In my last video on my main channel and in several of my videos over the past couple years, I've mentioned a guy by the name of Smedley Butler. If you missed the last video on my main channel, I'll leave that link for you in the description. Butler was a major general in the U.S. Marine Corps. I don't mention him to lend credence to the military-industrial complex, but to demonstrate that one of the highest-ranking officials within the U.S. military spent much of the last years of his life as a whistleblower to one of the greatest conspiracies of our time. And that's the nefarious use of the U.S. military to do the bidding of the international banking puppet masters as they invaded and occupied territories, took over lands, killed masses of innocent people, installed puppet dictators, set up military bases, and stole the region's resources. Evil Zionist Henry Kissinger, the former Secretary of State and National Security Advisor under Nixon and Ford, is quoted as saying, "Military men are dumb, stupid animals to be used as pawns for foreign policy." Now, some debate that he actually said that, but the facts don't lie. That's exactly how the military is used during any foreign intervention, and Smedley Butler soundly exposed this. So whether you've heard of him or not, let me introduce or reintroduce you to him, and then I just want to read from a speech he delivered in 1933. Smedley Darlington Butler was born on July 3, 1881, and he died on June 21, 1940. He was a United States Marine Corps Major General, the highest rank authorized at the time, and at the time of his death, the most decorated Marine in U.S. history. During his 34-year career as a Marine, he participated in military actions in the Philippines, China, and Central America and the Caribbean during the Banana Wars in France in World War I. Butler later became an outspoken critic of U.S. wars and their consequences. He also exposed an alleged plan to overthrow the U.S. government. By the end of his career, Butler had received 16 medals, 5 for heroism. He's one of 19 men to receive the Medal of Honor twice, one of 3 to be awarded both the Marine Corps Brevet Medal, along with Wendell Neville and David Porter, and the Medal of Honor, and the only Marine to be awarded the Brevet Medal and 2 Medals of Honor, all for separate actions. In 1933, he became involved in a controversy known as the business plot when he told a congressional committee that a group of wealthy industrialists were planning a military coup to overthrow Franklin D. Roosevelt, with Butler selected to lead a march of veterans to become dictator, similar to fascist regimes at the time. The individuals involved all denied the existence of the plot, and the media ridiculed the allegations, but a final report by a special House of Representatives committee confirmed some of Butler's testimony. In 1935, Butler wrote a book entitled War is a Racket, where he described and criticized the workings of the United States and its foreign actions in wars, like those he was a part of, including the American corporations and other imperialist motivations behind them. After retiring from service, he became a popular activist, speaking at meetings organized by veterans, pacifists, and church groups in the 1930s. Now, I'm just going to read what he said in this 1933 speech. And part of this speech contains the same words found in his book, War is a Racket. He said, "War is just a racket. A racket is best described, I believe, as something that is not what it seems to the majority of people. Only a small inside group knows what it's about. It is conducted for the benefit of the very few at the expense of the masses. I believe in adequate defense at the coastlines and nothing else. If a nation comes over here to fight, then we'll fight. The trouble with America is that when the dollar only earns 6% over here, then it gets restless and goes overseas to get 100%. Then the flag follows the dollar and the soldiers follow the flag. I won't go to war again as I've done to protect some lousy investment of the bankers. There are only 2 things we should fight for. One is the defense of our homes, and the other is the Bill of Rights. War for any other reason is simply a racket. There isn't a trick in the racketeering bag that the military gang is blind to. It has its finger men to point out enemies, its muscle men to destroy enemies, its brain men to plan war preparations, and a big boss, super nationalistic capitalism. And from what I've seen digging into his history and the history of America, he's really talking about crony capitalism or corporatism. It may seem odd for me, a military man, to adopt such a comparison. Truthfulness compels me to. I spent 33 years and 4 months in active military service as a member of this country's most agile military force, the Marine Corps. I served in all commissioned ranks from second lieutenant to major general. And during that period, I spent most of my time being a high-class muscle man for big business, for Wall Street, and for the bankers. In short, I was a racketeer, a gangster for capitalism. Again, that's for corporatism or crony capitalism. I suspected I was just part of a racket at the time. Now I'm sure of it. Like all the members of the military profession, I never had a thought of my own until I left the service. My mental faculties remained in suspended animation while I obeyed the orders of higher-ups. This is typical of everyone in the military service. I helped make Mexico, especially Tampico, safe for American oil interests in 1914. I helped make Haiti and Cuba a decent place for the National City Bank boys to collect revenues in. I helped in the raping of half a dozen Central American republics for the benefits of Wall Street. The record of racketeering is long. I helped purify Nicaragua for the international banking house of Brown Brothers in 1909 to 1912. Where have I heard that name before? I brought light to the Dominican Republic for the American sugar interests in 1916. In China, I helped to see to it that Standard Oil went its way unmolested. During those years, I had, as the boys in the back room would say, a swell racket. Looking back on it, I feel I could have given Al Capone a few hints. The best he could do was operate his racket in 3 districts. I operated on 3 continents. Guys, I'm going to leave this video right here. If you want the entire PDF of War is a Racket for free, no strings attached, I'm going to send it out exactly 24 hours after I upload this video. The way you get your free copy is just to sign up to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. Once you hit the subscribe button on the website, you'll get an email that you have to confirm in order to complete the subscription. Otherwise, you're not going to get any emails from me. And remember, the initial email may go to your spam or junk mail folder, so you'll want to check there. You'll also want to go to your settings and mark emails coming from me as not spam. If my channel goes down, email is how you and I will stay in touch. Leave your thoughts about what Butler said in the comments section below, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. If you guys enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, and share it with everybody you know. Also, check out over 100 hard-hitting designs in the shirt store, and if you want to support more content, hit me up on Patreon or PayPal. All those links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.